I plugged my fantasy football league. Ooh, my throat was a little screwed at the beginning of that. I plugged my fantasy football league into a Madden franchise. And to do that, I put all 32 teams in a fantasy draft and manually drafted for every team. And with my league consisting of 16 of those teams, this took a long time. I would suggest if you do this yourself, don't do a full-on fantasy draft, okay? Next season, I'm not going to do that. But our 16 teams consist of Joshin and Darton. This is in order of our standings, by the way. And we are in week 13, so I'm a bit late to recording this. But oh well. So we have Joshin and Darton, played by the 49ers. Saquon D's Nuts, played by the Giants. Silence of the Lambs, played by the Chargers. However, I turned them into the Snowhawks due to their owner of the team, quote-unquote owner, not really being a football fan, so I just made it from the Alaskan Snowhawks, basically. Always Pounding Ass, my team, played by the Panthers. Team Pixie Farts, played by the Buccaneers. As you can see, not all of these teams have actual team names. Matt Statford, played by the Commanders. Team L1Ill, played by my friend Luke, so I'm just going to call him Luke from now on, played by the Bills. The Tush Pushers, played by the Eagles. Team Mattress Fan, played by the Dragons, formerly Browns. He is in the same boat as Silence of the Lambs. He's from England. He wasn't very happy that I made him the London Dragons. He would have rather been any other. He would have rather been Irish, I think. With the Last Place Legends, played by the Titans. Team Loves to Splooge, played by the Jaguars. Team JRob196, played by the Patriots. The Shit Kickers, played by the Vikings. Team Breastfed 300, played by the Raiders. And Team Hyatt's Ari, played by the Ravens. So each team consists of 30 players that were on the team in week 1. That's how I did it. I drafted players from week 1, and if they were on IR, I drafted them, and I got rid of another player that wasn't in week 2, if that makes sense. So 30 players. Some teams had 31, but I got rid of a player for those teams and put the IR player in. I don't know. It makes sense to me. So each team's going to have quarterbacks, tight ends, wide receivers, running backs, and individual defensive players. We did not have full-on defense for teams. So we have linebackers, defensive backs, defensive linemen, and of course a kicker. So after drafting all 30 players for the 16 teams and randomly drafting other players for the other 16 teams, I simmed the rest of the draft with all the offensive linemen and punters and all that nonsense. So looking at the overalls, we have the Panthers and the Bills both at an 87, the Lions and the Giants both at an 86, the Commanders, Ravens, Jaguars, Snowhawks, 49ers, and Raiders all at an 85, the Eagles and Titans at 84, and the Dragons, Patriots, Vikings, and Buccaneers at an 83. So as you can see, those are our 16 teams, and I will simulate to the mid-season just to check on some stats halfway through. Go ahead and tell me who you guys think are going to win in the comments below. As you can see, we have our top teams and we have our bottom teams. So let's skip ahead, see what happens. So we have 7-0 Buccaneers, 6-0 Bills, 7-0 Panthers, 6-1 Raiders, Eagles, Titans, and Giants, 5-2 Commanders, Lions, 49ers, 4-2 Ravens, Vikings, Packers, 4-3 Snowhawks and Jaguars, and 3-4 Dragons. Wow. Oh, and 2-5 Patriots. Team stats. What do we got? Offense, the Giants, Commanders, and Buccaneers all have the top offenses. Who has the best passing offense? The Ravens. Oh, no, sorry. The Commanders, Rams, and Bengals, and the Rams have a decent passing offense. That's crazy. Rushing offense, Saquon. Of course, the Giants are going to have one of the best. So the Bills, Panthers, Commanders all have the best points per game. Who has the best defense? Bills, Raiders, Panthers, Vikings. Makes sense. Yeah, okay. I just had to double check. Raiders, Bills, Packers have the best passing defense, best rushing defense. Vikings, Panthers, Bills. Panthers have the least amount of points scored, followed by the Bills and the Lions. Most sacks, we got the Snowhawks, followed by the Titans and the Eagles. Of course, we got the Bills, Falcons, and the Snowhawks with the most fumbles, and the most interceptions, we have the Jaguars, Titans, and 49ers. So it makes sense that a lot of these are our team. Our teams, I should say. Matt Stafford leading the league in passing yards, along with Jacoby Brissett and Malik Willis. That is insane. Then Jameis Winston, Josh Dobbs. All right, how's the rushing game looking? We got Saquon, 773, Bijan, CMC, Derrick Henry, Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon. We got some. Who's our top lead? Our receiving leaders. Malik Neighbors leading the league for the Commanders, followed by Justin Jefferson and Demarcus Robinson from the Broncos. All right, so I'm going to sim the rest of the week. We're going to sim to the playoffs now. And we're going to see what the rest of these teams are going to look like by the end of the season. All right, we got wild card. So the Panthers did not make it to the... All right, so we got the So we did get all of our teams in the playoffs. What teams missed? Looks like the Patriots missed the playoffs. And the Eagles missed the playoffs. Wow. All right, let's see how the league's looking. NFL standings, we have the 16-1 Buccaneers, who got the number 1 seed, and the 16-1 Titans. The Buccaneers were in 83 overall at the beginning of the season, by the way, remember that, and the Titans were in 84. 15-2 Bills, and then 3 teams, 14-3, the Raiders, Commanders, and the Panthers. The Ravens, 49ers, Lions, all at a 13-4 record. The Giants, Jaguars, Vikings, and the Snowhawks all at a 10. The Giants at a 12-5. The Jaguars and the Vikings all at 11-6, and the Snowhawks at a 10-7. And then the Dragons at an 8-9 record barely got into the playoffs. So we saw the Eagles miss the playoffs with a 10-7 record. And then we saw the Patriots 5-12 miss the playoffs completely. Let's see their schedule and why they went out. They just had a rough one. They had to face almost all teams that are in this league. So yeah, they had a rough one. Damn, poor Josh. Poor J-Rob. Alright, let's see. Patrick Mahomes took over as the leader, followed by Malik Willis and Jameis Winston. However, of our teams, Patrick Mahomes led the league with 4,500 yards, followed by Matt Stafford of the Commanders with 4,000 yards, and Dak Prescott of the Titans with 3,900. Rushing, we saw Saquon with 1,700 yards, followed by Bijan Robinson with 1,400, and Derrick Henry with 1,300. Then we got receiving yards. Jordan Addison led the league with 1,400 receiving yards, followed by Tyler Boyd of the Rams. He wasn't even one of our teammates. So our top 3 of our team, Jordan Addison, followed by Justin Jefferson with 1,300, and Puka Nacua with 1,300. For sacks, let's see what we got for sacks. Micah Parsons of the Raiders led in sacks with 21.5, followed by TJ Watt of the Snowhawks with 19, and Myles Garrett of the Commanders with 18.5. We saw Nick Bosa, DeMarcus Lawrence, Brian Burns, Will Anderson, Aiden Hutchinson. Interceptions. Who led in interceptions? Matt Milano, he wasn't even on our team. Devin Witherspoon of the Dragons, followed by Travis Hunter for the Ravens, and Darius Williams of the Dragons. So the Dragons, Matt had 2 of the top 4, technically. Forced fumbles. Who forced the most fumbles? Foyesay Deluguan of the Raiders, followed by Derek Stingley Jr. and Brian Branch of the Raiders. So 2 Raiders in the top 3. And Budda Baker of the Titans, followed by Derek Stingley Jr., and then Brian Branch again for fumble recoveries. Any safeties? Aiden Hutchinson got a safety, and Will Anderson Jr. Any touchdowns? Sauce Gardner of the Commanders got 2 touchdowns. Andre Sisco, Minka Fitzpatrick, and Brian Branch all got touchdowns. So before I continue with the actual games, I just want to do a quick aside. I skipped the first round of the wild card because I had commissioners set and I simulated before. I simulated to the playoffs and it didn't let me actually play the games. It just did view box score. It didn't seem to count the original games. But the original games did consist of all of the same outcomes except for 2. The Giants originally won, and the Ravens originally won. And you'll hear me talk about that as I'm complaining and crying and bitching and moaning. But unfortunately, I do have that all saved. The original games are all accurate victories. However, the scores are different, and I did watch all of them. But unfortunately, the Giants did get hoed, and the Ravens got hoed because of the way it's set up. And when I simulated, it didn't count those games. So you'll hear me complain about that a little bit. But in the end, it was only 2 games that got messed up. The rest were all fine. So just a quick disclaimer there that did happen for some reason. It screwed everything up. What the fuck? It didn't keep the Giants winning. I don't know why I did that. It kept the Raiders winning, the Bills, the Vikings, which was a different score than that. What the fuck? Number 7 seed Vikings taking on the number 1 seed Buccaneers. Alright, the Vikings with another upset. Sam Darnold, 195 yards. Joe Burrow, 176 yards. Burrow threw 2 interceptions. But no, he threw. How's the rushing? Derrick Henry, 85 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 67 yards. Hampton with 9 yards is bold. Bold. Scary Terry, 9. Oh, that's rushing. Tyreek Hill, 63 yards. Terry McLaurin, 39. Chris Godwin, 28. So, so at least it was only 2 games that didn't get saved properly. The other 2 games are fine. So that's good. Alright. So I think next time I need to stop the sim next season before the playoffs start. Either that or I could just... Yeah, I guess I just do turn off the unlimited before. 3rd down, 3rd and 2? I think that said. Maybe 3rd and 3? 3rd and 2. They lost a yard. And they get a hole up the middle. DeAndre Swift. Huge gain there. I think it's all but over, fellas. 20-20. I think they just got to run the clock down and kick a field goal. But this is Madden, so they're going to find some way to screw it up, I bet. Caleb throws a pass to somebody. I don't know who. Did they rush the offense, or am I stupid? No, it would have looked different. DeAndre Swift gets stopped. I would honestly just let him get in. I guess you could stop it. Oh my god. Oh yeah, they don't have a time. They do have a timeout. Imagine they miss. Alright, they get it. Titans have one opportunity. They got to get this kickoff. Or they got to get the kickoff. They got to catch it. They got to run it. I'm having a stroke. Oh, they're going to go through. All right, they got one Hail Mary to win. I don't know who. Can't remember who it's Dak. Oh, he almost gets sacked. Dak throws it pretty far. It gets dropped. Unfortunate. Caleb Williams leads the Jaguars to the conference championship. Hey, good try, Frenchie. You ain't trying. Neither of these, Cat and Frenchie, are not trying, by the way, in our league. But Cat is the one that ended David's 12-0 undefeated streak. K. Otten threw a pass for 15 yards. That's insane. Caleb Williams throws for 215 yards and a touchdown. Dak Prescott, 191 and nothing. An interception. Rushing, Jahmyr Gibbs ran for 102 yards. Bashal Tootin, 48 yards. And DeAndre Swift, 41 yards. One touchdown for Gibbs. One for Quinshon Judkins. One for Dak. Receiving, we got A.J. Brown, 69 nice yards. Wait, who got the catching touchdown? Tyler Lockett, 7 yards, 2 receptions, and a touchdown. Defensive, what are we looking at? Will Johnson, any sacks? 2.5 sacks from my boy Derek Brown. Odafe Owe, 2 sacks. What are these names? I can't pronounce these. Aziruwaka? Aziruwaku? That's 1 sack and then half sacks for these fellers. Man, Dexter Lawrence and Derek Brown. Hey, that's my team that I drafted with Travis. Alright. Minute and 11. Oh, they are in range to take the lead. Montgomery does not get anywhere. 55 seconds left. They have all 3 timeouts. 37 seconds. They got to score. And Montgomery on the move. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, did it get deflected? I thought he was wide open, dude. What a deflection. Very nice. All right, Lamar's throwing again. And Montgomery's wide open. Let's go. 24 seconds left. But, I mean, I'm going to say this should not be David. He should not have moved on. Should have been the Giants. Oh, they're going to go for 2. I mean, with 24 seconds left, Josh Allen, he could get it. So, Montgomery's wide open. Oh, he's wide open, too. 2 points, good. God, I have to pray that they don't get to the... I'm biased because this is my team, but... 24 seconds left. 29-26. 49ers have all 3 timeouts left, so do the Panthers. See what Josh Allen can do. The number 1 overall pick in our draft. It was Brandon Ayuk who got the catch. I'm really glad it's doing all this. Oh, and they stop him. 24-yard line. Here comes Big Joshy. And a check down. I mean, they do have all 3 timeouts, but what's that going to do if they're running they're 40-yard line. Second timeout, 13 seconds. Ooh, dropped it. 10 seconds left. 1 timeout. They might just have to go. Oh, he's going to break away for a little bit of a gain. 5 seconds left. They got to go for it. He's got to go for a Hail Mary. And it's dropped. Panthers move on to the conference championship. All right. Let's take a look at those stats. Josh Allen, 289 yards, 3 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns. Crazy. Only 71% versus 65% rushing. David Montgomery, 55 yards. 2 fumbles. Jeepers. Trevor Etienne with a touchdown on his 15 yards. Jonathan Taylor, 47 yards. Devontae picking it up, 77 yards. And Jake Ferguson, the tight end, with 54 yards. T. Higgins with 82 yards. Brandon Ayuk with 90. David Njoku with 59. DJ Moore, 46. All right, how's the defense? Who got those 2 No, there were no interceptions. Who got those 2 fumbles? Logan Wilson and Sam Williams. And Sam Williams recovered both of them. Mother of God. All right. Any sacks? 2.5 for Quinnen Williams, 1.5 for John Franklin Myers, and 1 for DJ Jones. And 1 for Nick Scott and 1 for Jeffrey Simmons. And then half a sack for Max Crosby. Max and Aiden Hutchinson doing nothing. And it's over 38-29 upset for the... I guess it's not really an upset. They're both 15-3. Patty Mahomes throws that interception. Oh, I didn't look at the... Okay, it didn't let me look at the box score. Alright, player stats. Justin Herbert, 348 yards. Patrick Mahomes, 343. 3 interceptions and 4 touchdowns for the... 4 touchdowns for Herbert, 1 interception. 3 interceptions and 2 touchdowns for Mahomes. 4 sacks each. Alright, who got those interceptions? Those are our players of the game. 2 for Foyershade, 1 for Brian Branch, 1 for Pat Surtain. Alright. And who got those receiving touchdowns? 3 for Matthew Golden. Yeah. DK got 1, Trey McBride, and Isaiah Pacheco each got 1. Alright. This is bold. I'm the only one left out of, like, the people that are paying attention to the league. I'm the only one left. I love it. The rest of the league sucks, dude. 8-13. Justin Herbert leading the Raiders to another big win. Going to the Super Bowl. Alright, player stats. What are we looking at? 3 touchdowns, 355 yards for Herbert, 201 yards for Williams. No picks, though. That's good. Bijan with 70 yards on the ground, 55 yards for Jahmyr Gibbs. Williams with 35 yards. Oh, sorry. Schedule, just so you guys know. No shenanigans happened. No forced win. 1 play, and that was the play that we did. It didn't even show the plays for those ones. So look at that. It showed these ones. Oh, wait, those are the... Why is this showing... I played that one, though. We watched that one. Okay, 1 play for all these, but it didn't, like, count any of them. Alright. 7-0. 14-0. This is not good. 21-0. Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus. 28-0. Oh, no. 28-7. I'm not even... 28-14. We might... Oh, fuck. Well, holy shit. The Vikings are going to meet the Raiders in the finals. 4 touchdowns. What'd you do, Lamar? 240 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2 interceptions. That doesn't help. And then 165 yards for 4 touchdowns. Sam Darnold might be good, actually. 112 yards for Derrick Henry. 55. 33 for Ashton Genty. 21 for Tony Pollard. We did not get a run game going at all. Cooper Kupp got one touchdown. 3 for Mike Evans. 1 for Njoku. 1 for Higbee. Let's see that defense. Who got all the interceptions? 2 for Blake Cashman. Any fumbles? No fumbles. Alright, yeah. Panthers went down. Unfortunate. So we got... My 2 coworkers decided that they wanted to pick it up. They are literally 14th and 15th in the league right now, by the way. We got the Bills winning MVP with Mahomes. We got Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts breaking into the top 4. Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, and Matt Stafford rounding out the top 10 for MVP. Coach of the Year, Brian Callahan, Pete Carroll, Todd Bowles, Dave Canales, Brian Dable, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McDermott, Liam Cohen, Dan Quinn, and John Harbaugh. So, all of our guys. Let's get to the Super Bowl. Let's get this over with. We'll see if the Raiders can get a score here to lower this lead. Oh my God. Okay, he's just wide open. Who is that? 22, is that... Matthew Golden, again. Bro is... He might be elite, fellas. Alright, let's... Two plays, 80 yards. Alright, jump forward. Change of possession. Let's see what happens. I didn't change the speed. I should honestly just play the rest of this game out. Or watch the rest of the game out, I should say. Yeah, we'll just play the rest, or lead the rest of the game out. Sam Darnold back to take the snap, and he's going to toss that ball over. All right, 2nd and 11. Darnold throwing another check down. This one to... I don't know who... I can't tell numbers. Especially when I forget who's on what team. 3 seconds. You can get delay of game, dude. Oh, big catch. 13. That's... It's not Terry McLaurin. Who else did the Vikings... Who did he draft? I mean, I guess I could look. Week 1. Who? Mike Evans. That's got to be 13. Oh, he's going long. Oh, he gets Mike Evans at the 7. (20-17). The Raiders called the timeout. They're going to call all 3. Oh, he catches him in the backfield. Derrick Henry gets stopped. And he catches it. Mike Evans. And this is once again going to be a 10-point game. 2-score lead by the Vikings to win their first ever Super Bowl, possibly. They still got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to gain 10 points. It's not impossible. Not impossible. Oh, he gets thrown down. They gotta get a score here, and then they gotta get another one. They gotta get the onside kick. I don't know who that was. Numbers, dude. And he gets out of bounds. That's 17. Leggett. I got the team up now, next to me. And another check down, this time to number 22. That's that guy. Number 5. Is that Garrett Wilson or Brent? I don't know. Number 11, I think that's Garrett Wilson now. No, number 5 was Garrett Wilson. I don't know, dude. They gotta stop doing checkdowns. You gotta go big or go home, Madden. Oh my god, another checkdown. Jesus Christ. I mean, I get it. You're getting down there, but I mean, at what point do you lose, dude? You got a minute. You got to get this, and you got to. Second and 6. They got 18 yards. And they spiked the ball with 40 seconds left. They gotta get this, and then they gotta get the offs. What the fuck is that? 25 seconds left. Why are you checking it down? Sorry, I'm getting frustrated because Jalen Reed going down with an injury. That stops the clock, though. As long as they keep faking injuries, they can... Oh, he gets batted down. 4th and goal. They got to kick it, and then they got to get that onside kick. Imagine they miss, and they're just fucked. Alright, 27-20. Onside kick incoming. If they miss this, it's over, dude. Oh, he touched it. It's over. Alright, it's over. Nick Martin, you're not supposed to touch the fucking ball. Alright, clock. $27-20, year 1 is the Vikings winning the Super Bowl. I'll have to let Aaron know at work. Justin Herbert, 326 yards. Sam Darnold really did nothing the whole year. 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns for Herbert, 1 interception. Not too much rushing. I mean, Derrick Henry did a little bit. Bijan did a little bit. Jalen Reed, 101 yards. Mike Evans with 113 yards. 128 yards for Matthew Golden. 86 yards on 3 receptions for Stephon Diggs. God damn. And then defense. Who got those interceptions? Am I stupid? Yeah. Kobe Bryant got that interception. That's what it was. And he fumbles. No fumbles. Alright. Well, that's it. That's it for me, fellas. Thanks for watching. And I'll let everybody know that the Vikings have won their first ever Super Bowl with this team. Just remember, this is the team that is going to win the Vikings their Super Bowl. Derrick Henry, Terry McLaurin, Danielle Hunter, Mike Evans, Trey Smith, Brian Burns, and Dallas Goedert, Harrison Smith, Ashton Shinty. I'm not reading all of them. But here is the team for you guys. I'm not sure where it ends, like where we stopped the drafting, probably around here. But yeah, that is the team. Once again, thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, peace.